Hello and welcome, Reds, to Anfield Road TV. It's me, Kev, and obviously we're joined by a very regular guest on the channel, Ricky from the 1892 Reds podcast. All the links to the lads' channels are in the description, so please do head over there, show your support as well. If you are watching live or on the repeat, do get involved in the comment section, whether that be live or on the post-match show as well. Shocker show again tonight, as we are live, or if you're watching this later on tonight, or into obviously Friday morning. There's probably already been about 5 of it updates as well. But gentlemen, how are we? I hope you're all well.
Not bad, mate. Not bad.
Ricky, you can be a bit more joyful like being on the
show. It's being joyful and it's being shown some mountains, mate.
I think the word you're looking for is happy, Rick. There's a word out there called happy.
I'm happy, mate. We're on the verge of getting the Alonso region, isn't it? Can't be complaining with that too much, can you? But we've got to get past the mountains first.
Yeah, come on, chat. Just bring some excitement. Come on, Ricky, lads. You'll be going the lobster pot with our mate that's signing anyway.
Mate.
Kev, are you excited to be on the show tonight, lads?
I'm always excited, man. What are you talking about?
Happy days. We've got a jam.
I'm excited to talk to myself in the mirror. What are you talking about?
Yeah, of course. And you've been causing absolute beef on social media platforms.
I've been whining Man United fans up because they did the most stupid. I might be able to share it later when I share it in the stream because there's no language or anything. It's just a lovely stream of me just taking the mick out of a couple of Manx because they were on about Zubimendi or something. They're really, really sour grapes now because Zubimendi is in talks with Liverpool. But regardless of whether we get him or not, we'll always say whether we get him or not if he gets him over the line, but we don't know. But there was a few of them. One fella shared up that he said,
the last win, was it?
No, he was saying the last time that Manchester United played Zubimendi and it was Real Sociedad 0, Manchester United 4, but it wasn't the last time. That was like 5 or 6 times ago, and Zubimendi didn't even play in the game. So, and your man shared it on his Twitter, like all bravado, and thousands of people going, yeah, all United fans. Not one person fact checked. I just went and I Googled that game, right? I Googled that game, brought up the screenshot, and lo and behold, he wasn't even on the bench. He was a fringe player, right? But this is the funniest thing, right? And then they went through and I showed them that they were wrong and this is loads of lies and blah, blah, blah. But the funniest thing is that they came back and said, in the next game though, in the return leg, he was playing and Manchester United won 1-0. And I goes, no, they didn't. It was 0-0. And I said, so what you're telling me is that the original Real Sociedad team got hammered, or the main Sociedad team got hammered 4-0 by United. They decided to bring on their fringe players, including Zubimendi, and instead of getting hammered again, they drew 0-0. So you're telling me he improved the team when he came on? So it's just it was, and they're going absolutely nuts. I'm fairly hated on there right now.
Yeah, big up there, chat, and big up to everyone if you are live. As we said, as you can see from the title and the thumbnail, Thiago playing a crucial role in persuading Zubimendi to join LFC. But we'll quickly go on to Fabrizio and we'll summarise for anyone that's been in work or whatnot and has missed all the news today in relation. As I said at the top of the show, this story is very fastly developing within the world of football and sports journalism anyway. So, as I said, you might be watching this later and be like, it's changed. That's the beauty of doing live shows and content as well. So do subscribe here and subscribe to everyone else's YouTube channels and social media channels as well. And Fabrizio will keep us up to date, as we know. His tweet this afternoon as well. Martin Zubimendi has been called up for Real Sociedad's game while Liverpool try to convince him. Miguel Moreno has not been called up as Arsenal talks are still ongoing, advanced, but the deal structure, payments, terms to clarify as well.
So what you're saying there, Jack, is that they're ahead in their negotiations than Liverpool are with Zubimendi. Okay.
Rick, have you ever been sold by a PowerPoint presentation from your past employers? I don't know.
I mean,
it's the money that keeps you at any job, isn't it?
Yeah, Harron's football, do you think showing a PowerPoint presentation is going to keep someone at the football club?
Clearly, you don't have any good chippers around your way, Ricky.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what are they potential? The rumours that they're showing him mountains, the food, the weather.
Need to give him a pan of scouse. That's what we need, Martin. When you come to Liverpool, let's have a nice pan of scouse.
It's just mad how you can think you can keep, unless they're doing it to save face with the fans to say that, listen, we've tried to keep him by showing him a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. Can you imagine their computer died on the way out while they were showing him it? How embarrassing would that have been as well?
Yeah, I was going to say, hopefully you've got an Apple Mac or very other Apple computer products are available as well out there.
Brilliant, man.
It's just
I found a brilliant one, Jack. Martin Zubimendi rejects Sociedad's charm offensive because he no longer likes paella or mountains and wants to try Caroline's food at La Axa cafeteria instead.
He tweeted that. Give the credit to that as well.
It's Braden LFC. He throws up a couple of bangers, he does, in fairness.
Yeah, big up there, lads. He smashed it there. Right, chat, let's get to everyone's comments as well. Big up there, Birds. Says you will leave Spain. It's all up to Martin. I tell you, chat, if you're getting offered 100k more than your wages in any job you do, you're going. Regardless of the weather. Martin Zubimendi started his career wanting to win trophies. Will he win La Liga? Being there? No. Even though he's just won the European, obviously, with Spain, the Euros and sounds, but he is a player. Regardless if he was joining Liverpool, Barca, Real Madrid, whoever he was going to, Kev, he surely has to have the aspiration of winning trophies first and foremost.
Absolutely. Like, I can't, Liverpool is a huge like, Barcelona is a project. He's probably, like, the reason why he found it easy to say no to Barcelona is because Barcelona are in the same boat as Man United, really. Just because they're a better side than most in the league and La Liga. They're higher up and they're finishing higher up than what United do. But they're in the same boat. They've got a handful of good players and just not the right idea. The club has been run a bit badly since they lost some of their bigger stars in recent years, and they're trying to replace them with, from the ground up, and it's just not worked for them, really. They don't have the pull that the Barcelona B team once had to create the talent. There's one or two scraping through, your Pedros and there's a few scraping through, but the rest of the core team is not there. They don't really have a good spine. But look, he can see that it's just too much of a project there, so he's closer to home to see that in the Spanish league, especially when he plays against them. So he found it easy to say no. I don't think it's appealing for him to go to Munich just yet, because he sees that as a place where later on in your career you kind of go these days. If you're going to Bayern, it's like your second last place you'd go to in Bayern if you're a top talent. Arsenal, he's obviously seen the fact that they've got Declan Rice there, and they've got Jorginho there, and
let's be honest, Kev, it's Arsenal.
Odegaard, and it's Arsenal, and you can see the fan. He's obviously looking at the fan base online, and he wants to feel more at home. And the thing is, he seems like a really homeboard player. He's very quiet. You should see when they celebrate, like even when the team was praising him after coming on against England, and he bossed England in that midfield in the final. The minute he came on that pitch, he was the best player on the pitch by a country mile. And when he bossed them in the final, and like England thought they were getting back into it, and all of a sudden, he just turned the game around, playing balls through, cutting passes, cutting out the wall, upending a couple of players. Or he did it to Jude, he did it to Rice, and it's not me taking the piss or anything. This is the job that he did for Spain. He steadied the Spanish ship when England were getting back into the game, and then turned it back in Spain's favour. And that's how good he was. And then you've got, but you see him in the celebrations afterwards, when you seen Morata, and he was bringing him up to try and talk to people, he was just kind of like shying away and wanting to go off. He's a quiet player, and he does his talking on the pitch with his football, and that's what I like about him. I think he wants to feel like he's, he is a bit of a homeboard. Maybe he is, a bit shy and quiet that way, but he still wants to go away and represent his country. So he feels at home when he's representing his country. He feels at home when he's at Sociedad. He just Xabi Alonso in recent weeks and all of that is convincing him, to go there, and probably other people have been, and Thiago, as you said, have been in his ear, and if they are trying to convince him to go there, they're going to say, dude, this is like a home away from home. You're going to feel at home here. So that's what I think he's more worried about. He's just a quiet boy that wants to play his football, and I think it's, he'd rather do it at home if he could, but he doesn't want to do it at clubs that he doesn't feel suit him. So
yeah, big up there, Kev. Big up chat as well. Drop a like on the video as well. Subscribe to keep all up to date on the latest in terms of Zubimendi. As Kev's alluded to there, Rick, the heritage in terms of Spanish players being at Liverpool Football Club. It's not. We had Rafa Benitez and the Spanish guard that did follow in relation to that. It is a very welcoming city in regards to the players adapting to the style of football. It's very different, but as we said, Thiago will certainly, and alluding to before we come on air as well, there, Rick, obviously Zlatan, if you haven't seen the video this week, you go through what he said there, Rick, for everyone in regards to the video clip.
Yeah. Before that, like you're saying, heritage at Liverpool. Like we've had, obviously, it was a French-based team at one stage under Houllier. Then Rafa come in, Spanish-based team. It wouldn't surprise me if he's got pictures of Jose Arbeloa, Garcia, Alonso, Reina.
Yeah, Vieira as well.
Yeah, all up on his bedroom wall at home. But and Kev said when he played come on for Spain in the Euros at half time, I think it was a lot of let's say
he bullied that England side. He
did. Yeah,
the British commentators were Rodri's gone off. Zubimendi's coming on.
Got a chance.
Yeah, we got a chance, and then he come on and absolutely destroyed Rice, Bellingham, and mainly in midfield. Torres as well in the chat. So yeah, he's obviously, you see, but like I said, when he was doing the celebrations, he was very quiet. Moret had his arm around him on the stage, and he said a couple words, and he looked a bit embarrassed, really, to be up.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah.
But
yeah, look at Kanté for France as well. Some players have got those personalities as well, haven't they? But they're like probably one of the best players in world football. Right? Like, he's a controller, didn't he, Rick? Obviously, if you haven't seen the clip this week, obviously Zlatan was asked, what did he say, Rick, to him?
Yeah, he said it was him, Lewandowski, and Thiago were standing in the
pre-season game.
Yeah. They were talking about Thiago, and he said, "Oh yeah, he played in England for Liverpool." And he said, "No, Scass, not Scass."
Scouser, yeah. So alluding to his love and affection for Liverpool, there, Thiago, certainly. It helps when he's getting paid 10 million a year, like, but yeah. He's didn't even register 100 games, but big up there, Thiago. Certainly, that will be the biggest assist in his career with those discussions in regards to a potential move to Liverpool with, of course, Zubimendi. And as I say, Jas, he might not join, and we'll be disappointed, and we'll be back to square one as well. But we're not thinking about that on tonight's episode. But as we said, Jas, keep us all up to date in the comments. Use it all on social media as we are on live. And it develops, as you have done over the last week as well, in regards to that. But Kev, in regards to obviously winning trophies, the fundamental principles of being a footballer, certainly there's players out there that will come into football. Was it Benoit? Was it Akoto at Tottenham? That famous interview he did with Sky where the reporter asked, "Do you love football?" And he's like, "Nah, I just do it because I'm actually good at it and do it for the job." But it's
been a few players like that.
Yeah, looking at that man to our right anyway, and everyone chats how integral that fella was. Obviously, the manager for the Real Sociedad B team at the time, Zubimendi, did apply his trade at that period at the football club under the guidance of Xabi Alonso. But speaking about obviously Thiago as well, but in relation to Xabi Alonso, for anyone that's just tuned in, go and check out the videos that we've done over the last week. But for anyone that's just discovered the channel as well, Reds, he's definitely playing a massive role in terms of negotiating a potential move to Liverpool as well. Regardless of all the PowerPoint presentations you can throw at him, that to me suggests quite a fair bit of desperation in regards to Real Sociedad. You should really be respecting his opinion, really, in regards to where he wants to go. But it's, as opposed to try and pull out all the stocks, as you would say.
Yeah, if they want to pull out all the stops, they can. What they need to do is grow up as Mava. You know, the easiest thing that you can say about that is that he can return there an absolute legend to play Real Sociedad, even for 2 or 3 more seasons at the end, coming up to the twilight of his career. And, you know, go out like a hero there, you know, that went off and won everything that he couldn't do with his boyhood club, but still came back to try and help him in the end. You know, whatever's going on there with the club trying to hold on to him, you're hindering one of your best players' potential at a career. If Real Sociedad think that they're going to be winning everything over the next few years, they're slightly mistaken, because they haven't been winning anything for a long, long time, you know, on and off. So they're as deluded as it comes if they're going to try and stop a player from leaving like that and to try and guilt trip him into staying, because all they're doing is hindering the fella's legacy and not letting him grow. So they need to grow up a small bit, to be honest with you, if they're attempting this kind of stuff. And the coach needs to grow up if he's that way. You've got talent coming through. Sociedad are a selling type club. They're not a club that develop and win trophies and titles and stuff like that. They're a club that try and maintain and keep function. Exactly. You know, as I said to most people there, they're just another kind of Wolves, Southampton, or kind of Brighton maybe in comparison to the Premier League. They're not in it to win the league. They can try and you know and do well for a season. They might move up the rankings, but eventually they just falter away and disappear. So for me, if they want to maintain and go that way, they could go for domestic cups or whatever that. But there's no point in if you've got a superstar within your ranks and he's too good for the club, regardless of his love for that club, just let him go. I mean, we could say the same thing about Steven Gerrard for a long time, but Liverpool is a big different club to Sociedad. You know, you could say the same about United or something like that at the time, you know. So, yeah, it's it. Yeah.
I was going to say, Rick, as Kev said, spot on there, mate. Jack, you won't get any comments in. Smash a like on the video as well. In regards to, it'd be very different, a very completely different story if he was a boyhood Real Madrid fan, boyhood Barcelona fan as well. And apologies, chat, if there's any Spanish Real Sociedad fans out there, let us know.
By the way, speaking of Real Madrid, Pepe retired today.
Yeah, sorry, we'll get to quickly whose comment was that. Big up there.
Just popping up on Twitter here for me.
Yeah, what a legendary, the master of the dark arts. Him and Ramos for Real Madrid. Oh, yeah, that's where Ramos learned it off anyway, in regards. But Rick, as Kev's alluded to there, in all honesty, mate, it'd be a completely different picture if he was a boyhood Real Madrid, boyhood Barcelona fan. Wouldn't he? The Barcelona predicament that the whole of world football knows that they're in currently. Real Madrid are stacked for midfielders. Highly unlikely he'll go there. Barca are skint on the every season that goes by. They're selling like a percentage of their TV right deals that goes by. That will eventually run out. How would you think? How do you anticipate this story to develop, really, mate? In terms of the next couple of days as well. What's made you chuckle, lads? Your eyeballs are going all over the gaff, lad. Have you got about 10 screens on the go there, lads?
No, I'm just keeping an eye on. Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on social media. But no, like you said, like he's turned down Real Madrid in the past. He's turned down Barcelona in the past. Man United, Arsenal. So at least we know if he does come to us, he's not going to be running to Real Madrid in a year, 2 years time. He's obviously stayed loyal to Sociedad. It's the thing with them Basque players, they tend to stay at home. The Athletic Bilbao players, Sociedad players. I see someone put in the chat that he's been picked for the friendly tomorrow. That don't mean nothing really. Because
that to me, Rick, shows a lot of respect to his parent club.
Yeah,
we can all think of a player out there that we've seen, not just Liverpool, but players that have kicked up a fuss and then not gone the move. That's the position he personally doesn't want. No, we know in football, especially in the most importantly, lots can go wrong within transfers, medicals, or whatnot.
Are they at home, lads?
No, it's at Berlin, Union Berlin.
It's Union Berlin with the fans the way. You know,
you've got to look at it like this as well. Gravenberch did the same thing last season. He played in a friendly, and a couple of days later, he was a Liverpool player. Yeah.
Chance for him to say goodbye to the ultras as well. You know, at Sociedad who travel to these games. You know, so there's a good chance for him to just kind of go out on the pitch and give him a clap or something like that. Or you know, if he's not going to be able to stay there for the first game of the actual season, so that's another kind of thinking behind it. But you know, as I said, if that story is true about the coach, which is so out there, to send them to do a PowerPoint. Like most footballers can't even tie their own shoelaces, let alone understand the PowerPoint or stay awake inside in a room long enough to understand it.
Rodgers leading a presentation.
Yeah,
boys. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you know, but listening to Brendan Rodgers talk about we this and we that, all the lads were dying for a piss by the end of it, I'd say. But like, you know, it's so like, you know, I don't know what to believe with that kind of malarkey. I'd say, look, we're just using them while we're over there. The fact that we're going travelling over there to try and convince him and to show him the project that we have, just needs a bit of a word in his ear again from maybe Xabi Alonso or somebody that's been there before. even a Mascherano or somebody like that could, because if they can't convince him to go to Barcelona, they can surely convince him, to tell him what kind of club Liverpool is.
Kev, I think your mate have joined chat.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Well.
Big up to McSauce McTominay, talking about no Paul FC. They've got McTominay in midfield.
What'd you say?
Man United fans, isn't it?
I missed something about
in relation to, where was it? Where's Ant's comment? Where was it? We'll get to all your comments as well.
Just put the money in table. Why would you put the money in a table?
Unless you're playing like the Chase or something, I don't know.
Still got Harry Maguire and Lindelof at centre half, and he's telling us we've got no ball.
I know. Did he say Zubimendi laughing? Did he?
Hang on, I need to find. Yeah, we love it. Hang on, where's Ant's comment gone? Sorry there, Ant. He said something about mountains. Hang on, I literally, there we go. Big up there, Ant. Lads, why aren't we talking about the mountains? We are competing with, in terms of geographical, really, locations. The biggest point, I might be wrong, in Liverpool is probably the Radio City Tower, which is, apologies on it, it's completely changed the radio station.
No, Jack, you're getting it wrong. Liverpool is the top of the mountain.
Yeah. That's
what people get to when they get to the top of the mountain. That's the whole point.
It's Birkenhead is mad. It's a very long way you go. You've probably got a lot of mountains over there, but I've never been that side of the water anyway. Apart from seeing me relatives anyway. And then you got the Welsh mountains. I don't know, Connor. Speaking to our mate Connor, let us know how big the mountains are in Wales.
There's a few there.
If you look across the River Mersey, you can see them in the distance. But yeah, anyone just tuning in, there's PowerPoint presentations kicking off. Apart from probably the biggest selling point for me personally, if we get Zubimendi in relation, is it's got to be this gaff. If no one's ever been to Liverpool and comes to Liverpool, it has to be this gaff. The lobster pot in town. If you've had a couple of cheeky bevies or beverages, go and check it out. Kev, are you a big fan of the lobster?
I'm a big fan, man. Oftentimes I fell out of Lanigans and straight into the lobster pot to get myself a haggis roll. It was delicious.
Yeah, so go. Anyone who comes to Liverpool and you're on a night out or just, you're not having beverages, go to the lobster pot. It's absolutely fantastic. So go and check that out. So yeah, that's the main reason, and especially if the gaffer takes you there as well, even better. Quickly touching on a bit of news. Naby Keita from Fabrizio this afternoon as well. Not done as well too much because we've been here, done that. Werder Bremen club statement confirms Naby Keita to leave the club this summer. Club and player Rick, he's just absolutely destroyed his career, hasn't he, mate? Apart from his hamstrings or Weetabix hamstrings, it's disappointing. A player of his quality at the time where we signed him for big money. What's happened, lad?
He should be the reason why you should never watch YouTube
compilations.
Videos, on players, because he looked like prime Zidane in midfield for RB Leipzig, hitting bangers from outside the penalty area. We all see what he could do outside the area for Liverpool when he put one in the stand against Real Madrid in the final. But it always had that Cruyff turn at Selhurst Park against Palace when he left that geezer for dead in the middle of the park. But yeah, I don't know, man. But
and the 5-0 against the Manx, he was outstanding in that game. He was instrumental in that. But no, he was fantastic at RB Leipzig. He was brilliant at RB Leipzig. Yeah. He picked up that injury. We got him a year too late. Leaving him at Leipzig, that extra year is what killed him. That's when he picked up the injuries, because we would have had him then in his prime.
Naby, lad, still fuming about that ball that travelled into Birkenhead, lad. That flew out of the stadium and ended up in some fella's backyard, mate. Yeah. Sorry to get everyone.
Still a Premier League winner, though, isn't he? So
yeah, exactly.
100%. So Naby, hopefully you can get sorted, lad. Probably ditch his agents and just get represented by one of your family members and just get back to playing football, what you love. And especially if you can come back to full fitness, even better as well. Quickly touching on this one as well, chat, and then we'll recap at the top of the show and then we'll conclude. If you haven't, this one, Mikel Arteta brought in professional pickpockets during a dinner with Arsenal players. These pickpockets went around taking phones, wallets, etc. After the meal, Arteta asked the players to empty their pockets, revealing several missing items. This was a lesson in the importance to always be alert and prepared.
There wasn't any medals in there anyway, Jack.
So, I don't know what Arteta's doing, but fair play, lads.
Oh my God. Thunderbirds are go.
Yeah. So, in regards to that as well, chat.
Where do we go?
There we go. Oh, sorry, chat. I'm having an absolute nightmare.
Jack, do it.
There we go. Right, there we go. That's all, man. But it's crazy. The modern day footballers as well, though. It's mad the extremes that they do go to try and implement their philosophy. I don't know, lads.
It's chancing, isn't it? Just do the tactics in the football. Don't be trying all these gimmicks and games. Like, I've heard some great stories about how eccentric some managers were back in the day. Like, I remember Brian Clough with trying to sign Dean Saunders, wasn't it, when he went around to the house? Did you see that story about? If you get a chance after this, lads, look up the story that Dean Saunders talks about Brian Clough. It's one of the funniest things you're ever going to see in your life. But and you know the way he explained it, and it was just nuts. And that's good things about it, like how managers are so into the football that they forget some of the things that they're doing socially. But doing all this experimental stuff with pickpockets and being aware, the lads are out enjoying a drink. They don't care if somebody's going to be, you know, they're not going to be. They're not on high alert while they're having a drink and enjoying themselves and relaxing. Like, just pack it in. Do it on the training session where they're there, and if somebody kind of comes in and takes the tags and they say, "Oh, who's got the tags left afterwards?" They're not going to be aware. But yeah, it's weird, man. That's just a weird setup. What are you playing at, Arteta? You absolute melt.
Yeah, it's just a bit mad, isn't it, Rick? But thing is, Arteta's got to deliver this season, Rick, hasn't he?
Listen, he spent cash on it. They don't win the Premier League this season. It's a failure. He should be trying to sort his tactics out on the training pitch instead of figuring out what's in Declan Rice's pocket while he's eating his dinner. I mean,
I don't know. It's just crazy, chat. Absolutely crazy. But a massive thank you. Just 98 people in here. I think we'll go for a bit longer anyway. If you are new around here, hit that subscribe button down below. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to, obviously, Spider LFC. Subscribe to 1892 Reds TV as well. Try and get 1892 Reds TV to 1,000 if we can. Rick, in regards to Liverpool this season as well, mate, obviously I spoke to Kev yesterday, and obviously it'd be interesting to get your insight. How excited are you if Liverpool can get this deal over the line, but the potential partnership that is brewing with the likes of, obviously, McAllister and Martin Zubimendi? Exciting?
Yeah, I mean, if it's a big if we can get this one over the line, I mean, having a double pivot of him and McAllister, I don't think there's many in world football that can top that. He's basically, if you've seen him play, he's at a Jabi Alonso region, pretty much that type of player. If you're looking what he's good at, but I was really.
What doubt are you having there, lad?
I was really confident yesterday that we get it done. Obviously, stuff's come out today. I'm now 50-50 on it if it gets done. But I'm hoping, listen, Liverpool need to grow up here and just drop it to him today, tonight, tomorrow morning. It's a yes or no. If it's a yes, then we just slap down the buyout clause, because a lot of people don't get the difference on social media between a buyout clause and a release clause.
Yeah, Sociedad can't do nothing if it's a buyout, which we know that. Everyone knows that.
But the buyout clause is not as simple as Liverpool going, here's 60 mil. It's not. So basically, Liverpool have to give that 52 mil buyout clause to Zubimendi and his agent, who then have to go to the Liga, the league, give the money to them, who then pay Real Sociedad, and that's his contract done there and then.
Yeah. Kev, as Ricky said there, and chat's already alluding to, big up their chat as well. Hit that like, get as many likes as we can, aim for 50 if we can tonight, even better if we can get more than that. In regards to, as Rick said there, Kev, and chat's already alluded to, Liverpool surely have had to have got a bit more encouragement in regards to sort of like going in with a bid, confidence, obviously selling their Hughes And that's obviously, as we spoke about already this week, the top journalists have already spoke. Where's Kev gone this week?
That's all right. Don't worry about me. I'm still here. Yeah.
In regards to a potential move, you surely have to have got a lot more encouragement in regards to, as Ricky said there needs to be some meat on the bones, really, in regards to the story.
Yeah, 100%. Lads, the story is there. As you can see, it's there. There's nothing else happening between any other clubs. It's only Liverpool that are involved in the clubs, and we just have to see what way use and co-work their magic. But look, the only thing that they have to convince is that the player is a bit of a homeboard, right? Mm-hmm. So if he's a bit of a homeboard and he likes to, you just have to convince him of what it's like, that a home away from home. The club can sit. The problem is Real Sociedad know that he's probably like a big kid at heart when it comes to his love for where he comes from, and the club that his boyhood club. But I mean, Liverpool have to just tell him as well. Look, you can always come back when you're finished your career and finish off your career at Sociedad. You can live your days out here, but wouldn't you be able to do that at the highest? You've done it at international level and all of that, but do you want to be just remembered as a bit of an international player, or do you want to be remembered as, a footballing legend all around? You've already hit one of the biggest heights by winning the Euros, and do you want to top that off by going for a Champions League, going for a Premier League title? You've said that you've an aberration for the Premier League. Your heroes played at this club, and he adores Liverpool. So it's a no-brainer, really.
It's very telling. This is why we said we spoke about it top of the show. Anyone just tuning in as well, putting it back to obviously Thiago Alcantara, though, Kev. Liverpool, it was a statement signing then to bring a player of that quality in. Obviously, getting them back off, obviously, Bayern Munich. But in regards to his standing in Spanish football, Thiago Alcantara, it's certainly, Zubimendi will take a lot of confidence, a lot of trust in terms of what he's had to say, because he certainly would have spoke to him if Liverpool. Well, he certainly Alonso, and we mentioned the Spanish players, but we all joke about it. But they're all probably mates anyway. They're all probably in the WhatsApp groups and all that anyway. They are probably mates. These are players that Zubimendi, in regards to Alonso, he would have grew up watching, admiring as a boyhood player, very highly publicised as well in regards to obviously playing under them, stewardship really in terms of that. But I
just don't understand the negativity. Nobody's come out and said anything about it. Somebody's just talking about some sort of slides that they're trying to show him. That could have been a piss take from his manager as well, to try and show him this is what you're going to miss. We all know you're going to the big leagues now, but here, look, this is what you could miss. It could just all be, just an insider joke that's been turned into this big thing where they try to do a whole process to keep him at the club. As far as, David Ornstein and Joyce and co have even, reported even up until today that Liverpool are more confident than they were yesterday of getting the signing done across the line. And, and Zubimendi is interested in playing in the Premier League. It's just, he had to see the right package. It didn't suit him at Arsenal. He knows that Liverpool need, a box-to-box type, bruiser in the middle of the park.
I'm sorry, if Liverpool or City come in for it, it's a completely different ball game. So
yeah. I think so. Regardless of how well they're stepping up in recent seasons, Arsenal have been nowhere near any big level for 20 odd years. Since Wenger was at his peak, and Wenger still stayed there. For me, 8 or 9 years too long. You see, we could have, if Klopp for me stayed on longer than what he did now, we were in danger of becoming Arsenal again in the late 2000s, because he ran everything. Wenger, he ran everything down to parking spaces in the place, and Klopp was similar along that ilk. We were in danger of letting that happen. So in a way, it's kind of been a blessing that he decided that he wanted to part ways with the club. I'd love to have him always near the club in some capacity, And if we let's say Arne Slot didn't work out in a few seasons and Klopp wasn't doing anything, and he came in as similar to Kenny Dalglish did as an interim manager and took over the club for 6 months or to finish off, then that that'd be a great kind of homage or something to him as well, and a chance for him to feel like he gave back to the club again. But I don't want to see that. I want to see Arne Slot doing well for years and years to come. But the other guy, I just said that there, Ricky.
That's right. It's a great film, not by the way as well.
But look, he's got a great chance to come here and become a legend, and he'll be treated like a legend pretty quickly if he starts playing ball in the football pitch. You know,
to Wayne comment there as well in regards to that, perfectly.
Nobody said he is. Nobody's. That's the thing. Everybody's putting words into his mouth. He hasn't said a thing. He hasn't come out and said no. He hasn't. As far as we're concerned, using them all and negotiating, it's just personal terms apparently, and then they'll take the proposal to the club. Now, Hughes is asking, even outside having to propose something to La Liga, Hughes is actually asking him to go to the club and ask him could he leave so that they can probably do more of a structured package where Liverpool probably pay 15 million a year or something like that. So that allows them to buy more players over the next coming years. Whatever benefits the club to stay in the black, really. And maybe get him for like a 47 million instead of a 60 million or something like that, you know? And I'm talking euros in that kind of way. And then, you know, add on 6 million for winning the Champions League, 6 million for winning the league or something like that, you know, that kind of thing. But the player has to do that. But if he doesn't, he just says, no, I don't want to do that, then Liverpool will just have to trigger the release clause. And as you say, they'll have to propose it to both the club and to the league and get it done that way, like they do over there. But other than that, I think that's the first stepping stone that they're trying to do, because now they know that he's only interested in kind of Liverpool to talk to, because he said no to everybody else. Like, he hasn't turned around straight away and said no to Liverpool. He's talking to us. So, you know, that's the whole point. That's the only news that's coming out from Paul Joyce and Ornstein. Anybody else is just talking waffle, really.
Ricky, if we can get this deal over the line well and truly, Liverpool's media guys, you know how to announce this video, like the announcement video, him sat in front of a projector and just like images of like of Anfield and Xabi Alonso and all that. And you've got Arne Slot with was it like a laser pen or like that's what they use now, but like a stick going, right, this is how many European Cups we've won. This is how many league titles we've won in England. These are the managers. These are the players that you know well and truly.
Could you imagine the banter though if we did do a PowerPoint presentation to announce it?
They should. That'd be the old. They have to, man. They have to. Our media team is good, so they have to come up with something like that, like, you know.
Yeah, they have to. 100%.
Salah, you have to go back to Salah with that, Jack. They were doing Salah because like none of our team, like Twitter or whatever like that, but the people on social media, they are on Twitter, and so they were showing Twitter about announce Salah, please announce Salah, and then Salah comes out and obviously says the word wrong. Salah announced, but you know, but it's look, we know how to be obviously we know how to parody a situation, which is good.
Yeah, big up there, chat. Rick, I think we'll conclude tonight's episode. It's only a short one. But if you are new around here, as I said, hit that subscribe button as well. Make sure you do drop a like. We hit a massive milestone on the channel this week as well. 6,000 subscribers. We've made very close to 1.5K videos over the space of the last 7-8 years as well. So a lot of work and a lot of dedication, not just from me, but everyone involved in the channel over the years as well. Very much appreciated. So drop a like and drop a subscribe, most importantly. If anything breaks tonight, the lads and others will be getting on it straight away. So as I said, if you are watching this on Friday morning or afternoon and the story's developed, use a bit of sense and comment, and don't just watch the first 5 seconds of the video. But fast forward the video as well. But Kev, massive thank you, mate. Where can everyone find you, plees, mate? And obviously, and hope you have a very good day tomorrow.
You can find me over at Twitter waiting for the Zubimendi announcement. For a while, hanging on David
entertaining your fans as well.
Entertaining my new fans as well, my new fan base over there. I've never been a Twitter dude or whatever like that, but it's so easy to take people that are clueless about football and wind them up over there. It really is. But you'll find me, guys, at for Liverpool content and all of that. You'll find me at Spider LFC, pretty much everywhere. For gaming content, you'll find me at Spider on Facebook, and everywhere else you'll find me at Irish Spider Guy. You'll find me there.
100%. Big up there, Rick, as well. Quickly get through a big up there to Instigator, and there's a couple of very new faces in the comments as well. And to all the OGs, you're absolute legends. Hope you have a very good, fine Thursday evening. And it's nearly the weekend as well, chat, so nearly there. One more day. Rick, massive thank you, mate. Where can everyone find you? On YouTube and obviously on Twitter as well.
No, just a Twitter handle at the bottom of my name there on the screen.
Are you shrinking, by the way, lad? I don't know. Like you
Channel's back in it.
Show a bit of excitement as well. Like, come on.
It's mate, I'm always trying excitement tonight at 10 o'clock, mate. When
Carrot.
fucking Paul Joyce comes out and it's done, mate, and Ornstein rocks out as well.
Right, before we do shoot off, thank you for coming on, gentlemen. Most importantly, everyone tuning in as well. Final refresh of our social media. Let's see, before we do shoot off. No, just Romano announcing another Chelsea player. Yeah, apart from that, Crystal.
There's another announcement. Yeah. Here's my PowerPoint presentation, and it's just a picture of the Champions Wall.
Yeah,
Liverpool.
There we go. Yeah, so that's the reason he wants to join Liverpool. The trophies, and most importantly, the lots of money that we will be throwing in his direction as well. But chat, if you are new around here, 87 of you's in. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video as well. Let us know all the thoughts on what you said tonight as well. We'll be here tomorrow at 6 p.m. GMT UK time as well. And everyone, have a lovely rest of your evening. And lads on the panel, thank you for joining me, mate. Lads as well. See that.